Okay.
Hello, a very good morning to Ms. Chua Suan Neo from SJKC Cheng, to Mr. Sopotek from SJKC Chung Chawangan Sungai Nibong, participants from the three schools, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Year 4 English Storytelling Online Live webcasting hosted by our school, SJKC Kwok. Thank you for your participation. The purpose of this is to harness internet resources as a sharing and learning platform, to improve the skills and techniques of storytelling, to groom interest in English storytelling among students. My name is Annie Gan, and here with me on my left is the MC of today. All right. Before we begin, I would like to call all the participants to briefly introduce themselves. Let's start with the participants from SJKC Kwok.
Hi everybody, I'm Kwok.
Hi, I'm Jamie Pang.
Hello, I'm Yap Wensi.
Hi, I'm Ewan.
All right, can I have the participants from SJKC Cheng 2 to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I am Kujayi. Hi, I'm Lim Shinpei. Hi, I'm Chloe Tan.
Hi, I'm Yvette Wai Lim.
Hi.
All right, finally, from SJKC Shih Chawangan Sungai Nibong. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Can you please on your mic?
Hi, I'm Amy.
？All right, the next one, next participant.
看这边
Hi, I'm Shuan. Hi, I'm Shuan.
All right.
Hi, I'm Ziyi. Hi, I'm Karen. Hi, I'm Amy.
Okay, good. Thanks. Just a soft reminder, each participant, you are given the duration of 5 minutes to present your story. Okay, well, I will pass my mic to my MC.
Excuse me. We'd like to explain a little bit about the rules. Each participant will be given 5 minutes, and the timer will be start counting after you hear the bell. Can you hear the bell? Can you hear the bell?
Yes.
Okay, so at 4 minutes there will be one time of the bell will ring one time, and in 5 minutes the bell will ring 2 times. Okay, so everybody clear about it?
Yeah.
All right, then let's pass the mic to the MC.
Now let us begin with the first participant, Jamie Pang Ziting from SJKC Chung with a story entitled Apple Blossom.
You ready?
Good morning, dear teachers and friends. Today, I would like to tell you a story entitled Apple Blossom. Once upon a time, there was a king. He wanted to marry a kind and beautiful girl. He looked everywhere for her. One day, A wise old man said to him, "There's a girl called Apple Blossom. She's kind and beautiful. She'll be a good queen. Go to the magic apple forest and you will find her." He said. The king rode for many days and many nights. At last he came to the magic apple forest. The king walked through the apple forest. He looked at all the trees. Apples grew on every one. Finally, he saw a very special apple tree. In the tree sat a beautiful girl. Her name was Apple Blossom. Apple Blossom had a shiny golden apple. The king was very happy. "Oh, please be my queen. Oh, please marry me and be my queen. I will bring my horse and we can ride it to the palace." The king said. The evil witch was very furious and angry. She wanted to be the queen and live in a palace. She snatched the golden apple away. All at once, beautiful Apple Blossom turned into a bird. She flew away sadly. The king returned soon with his horse. "Why do you cover your face?" he asked. The witch lied to the king. She said she was afraid of the sun. The king then brought her to the palace. The next morning, the king was in the palace. He saw a bird crying at the window. It wanted the golden apple. The king opened the window. "Here, little bird, you can have your apple." When the bird had a bite on the apple, suddenly the bird turned into Apple Blossom. She told the king about the witch. The king was very angry. He threw the witch out of the palace. Soon, Apple Blossom and the king married and they lived happily ever after. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie, for your lovely story. Next, I would like to call upon the second participant, Lim Shin Pei from SJKC Kuan Cheng 2, with a story entitled Hua Mulan.
Good morning to the honorable judges, beloved teachers and friends. Today, I would like to tell you a story about a brave woman whom I admire. I admire the way she sacrificed her life for her family. She loved her family. She had to take the role of a man to join the army. Asking for nothing in return, her name is Hua Mulan. Long time ago, Mulan lived in a village in northern China. Her father was a retired general and raised Mulan like a boy. She learned how to use a sword and ride a horse. She practiced martial arts and read her father's book on military strategy. She was living happily with her father and brother in the village. One day, enemies invaded China. The emperor had to look for civilians to form an army to protect and fight for the country. It was compulsory that each family in the village had to send one man to serve the army. When Mulan heard the news, she was very worried because her father was too old to fight in a war. Her brother was too young. "Mulan, we have no choice. Your brother is too young. He will be killed." "I will go and fight for the country," said Mulan's father. "But father, you are old and weak." Mulan sighed. "If only I were a boy, it would be so simple. But girls do not fight in wars. Oh why had I not been born a boy?" Mulan thought angrily to herself. Mulan pondered for a few sleepless nights for a solution. How could I help? I don't know. But I have to. Otherwise, my father's life will be in danger. She asked herself over and over again. One night, an idea suddenly grew in her mind. She decided to disguise as a man and went to join the army. The next morning, Mulan quietly left the house. She dressed like a man and went to join the army. In the army, she managed to register herself as a male without being discovered. In the army, Mulan trained very hard like a man. No one discovered that she was actually a woman. She grew stronger and stronger. All the soldiers in the army respected Mulan's intelligence, skills, and courage. She then became a general and went for war with her warriors. When the war ended, the emperor awarded Mulan a special award for her incredible courage and leadership. The emperor offered Mulan an official post that would make her rich, but Mulan turned down the offer and wished to return home to her family after spending more than 10 years fighting. She asked for a good horse instead. When she returned home, she was greeted with joy by her family. She was hugged by her father, mother, and brother. Tears starting to roll down from her eyes. Father, I had made it. I am back now. I miss you, mother and brother, for more than 10 years. Please forgive me for not being able to take care of the family all these years, cried Mulan. Mulan, you are my brave and filial daughter. I am so proud of you, said the old man with tears in his eyes. The story of Hua Mulan. My dear friends, this story inspired me to aim high. If we have the love and the courage, we can achieve the impossibles. Thank
A reminder, please wait for all participants, please wait for the bell before you start giving the speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Shinpei, for the interesting story. Our next participant is Amy Kong Hang Yi from SJKC Shih Chung Chawangan Sungai Nibong. She will be telling us a story entitled The Three Simple Rules.
Those at the back.
Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Then go.
Once there was a rich man in England. His name was Michael. He was a very rich man. Yet he wanted more richer, more money. One day he was walking in his garden. He saw a strange bird in a bush. It was very small, but it had very beautiful and colorful feathers. Its voice was also very sweet. Michael had never seen such a bird in his life. He slowly went near the bush unseen. He caught the bird. Now the bird began to speak. Why have you caught me? The bird asked frightenedly. I want to make money. I can sell you for a big amount, replied Michael. But you are already rich. Why do you want more? Asked the bird. Because I want to become richer and richer. Ha 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 ha, replied Michael. But do not dream of making money through me, said the bird. It further added, you cannot sell me, nobody will buy me, because in imprisonment I lose my beauty and my sweet voice. Then it slowly turned into a black bird. The beautiful feathers were now looking like the feathers of a crow. Michael's hopes of making money were shattered. He said angrily, I will kill you and I will eat your meat. Eat me? I'm so small. You will not get any meat out of me. Michael could not answer. The bird then suggested, well, set me free. In return, I shall teach you three simple but useful rules. What is the use of the rules? I want only money. Money can make me happy. But these three rules can profit you greatly. Profit me? Really? Then I shall set you free. But how can I trust you? You may fly away. Michael wanted to take a chance. He released the bird. It flew at once. Then it sat on a branch of a tree. Its color started changing. It became beautiful again. Now, teach me the rules, said Michael. Certainly, said the bird. The first first rule is never believe everything are the same. The second rule is never be sad about something you do not have. The third rule is never believe everything are the same. You silly bird! Shouted Michael. These three rules are known to everyone. You have cheated me. Michael, just sit down for a while. Think about all your actions for today. You had me in your hand, but you threw me away. You were sad about not having me. The rules are simple, but you never follow them. Now, do you see the value of the rules? So, say the bird flew away and disappeared from his sight. Soon, Michael understood. He appreciated things around him. He was no longer depressed for the things he doesn't have. He started to use his fortune to help the needy ones. Michael made a lot of friends ever since. He lived happily ever after that. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, for your inspiring story. Next, I would like to invite Yap Wen-si from SJKC Chung with a story entitled The Red Dragon.
Good morning, teachers and friends. Good morning,
Are you?
friends. Today, I would like to tell you a story entitled The Red Dragon. Once upon a time, nearly all the animals look the same. Only a few, like the lion, look different. Often, you could only tell them apart by the sounds they made. One day, a red dragon flew into the jungle. The world is ending! Quick, climb onto my back and I will take you somewhere safe, he cried out. Many of the animals pushed and shoved to get onto the dragon's back. The lion just yawned. Oh, you all go on ahead. I would rather stay right here on earth. Then the lion continued to sleep. Suit yourself, the other animals cried back. They all look pretty silly now. Squeeze onto the dragon's back. It took the poor dragon 3 runs before he could fly into the air. He flapped his wings hard, but it was too much. There are too many of you. I can't fly anymore. Down, down, the dragon fell until he crashed into a green clearing. The snake cried out, I lost my legs. The elephant cried out, I lost all my teeth. All I have is these 2 long ones in the front. The giraffe whimpered, my neck's been stretched out. It's so long now. The lion stared into the clearing and chuckled. My, you are a funny-looking lot now. But don't worry. At least you all look different now. And that, my friends, is why all the animals look so different from each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Wen-si. Now let us welcome our 5th participant, Yuward Wai Lim from SJKC Kwan Chung 2 with a story entitled The 4 Friends.
Ready?
Pressing. Good morning, teachers and friends, far and near. My name is Yvette. Today, I am going to tell you a story about 4 friends. Once, there was a donkey. He worked hard for his master for many years. One day, his master said to him, Go away, donkey. You are old and you walk too slowly now. I don't want you anymore. The donkey was very sad as he walked away from his home. Then he looked up and said, I still have a strong voice. Ee-ah, ee-ah, ee-ah. I shall use it to find a new home.
Along the way, he met a dog. It was barking sadly. My master doesn't want me anymore, he cried. I am too old to look after his house. Come with me, said the donkey, and we will look for a new home together. So the dog and the donkey walked on to find a new home. A little later, they met a cat. It was meowing sadly. Meow, meow, meow. My master doesn't want me anymore, she cried. I am too old to catch any mice. Come with us, said the donkey, and we will look for a new home together. So the cat, the dog, and the donkey walked on to find a new home. It was getting dark when they met a rooster who was crowing sadly. Coo 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 coo. My master wanted to give me to the butcher, he cried. So I ran away. Come with us, said the donkey, and we will look for a new home together. So the four friends walked on to find a new home. It was late at night when they came to a little hut beside the forest. They were very tired and hungry. They walked quietly up to the hut and peeped through the window. They saw a gang of thieves sitting round the table. There was a lot of food and money on the table. The four friends quickly thought of a plan. They stood outside the window. Then, all at once, they made as loud a noise as they could. Ee-ah, 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 ruff, 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 meow, 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 cuckoo-grrr, cuckoo-grrr, cuckoo-grrr. What a loud and awful noise it was! The thieves jumped up in fright. They ran out of the door and into the forest, and they never came back again. The four friends moved in to stay. They were very happy to have found a new home. The moral of the story is, when friends are united, they can overcome many obstacles. That's the end of my story. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Hubert. Next, I would like to call upon the sixth participant, Tae Shu-won from SJKC Shih, Chung, Chawangan, Sungai Nibong, with a story entitled The Girl Who Married the Cascus.
Ready? Hello, are you ready?
Hello.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Then start.
Once upon a time, there was a fisherman. He had 9 pretty daughters, but none of them was married. One day, he met a cascus. I wish to marry one of your daughters, said the cascus. Upon hearing the news, the daughters were indignant. What? Marry a cascus? Oh, I would rather die. How disgusting! Certainly not. A dirty creature like a cascus? No, never. At last, there was only one girl left, the youngest and prettiest of the daughters. Her name was Rinkina. She looked at the cascus eyes and said, I accept him. So, Rinkina married the cascus. She had to endure the sneers of her sisters. How awful! Just imagine being married to a cascus. The cascus proved to be a kind husband. But one thing puzzled Rinkina, and that was, what does my husband do for a living? One day, when her husband go to work, she followed him very quietly. She saw him hiding in a clump of bushes. Then he stripped off his fur and transformed into a handsome man. Then he walked to the beach and sailed away in a boat. Ringkita was overjoyed. I married the real man, cried Ringkita. The next morning, as soon as the husband sailed away, he kept his fur. That afternoon, when he returned, his fur has disappeared. Where is my fur? Suddenly, Ringkita appeared. Please, do not change into a cuscus again. Why? Are you ashamed of being married to a cuscus? No, of course not. Then, why are you asking me to stay a man? Because my sister always made fun of me marrying a cuscus. She looked so miserably that her husband took pity on her. Well, I will stay a man. My name is Kusoi. Ringkita's sister was sick with envy. They wished to take Kusoi away from Ringkita. A year later, Kusoi went abroad on a journey. We must kill her when Kusoi is away. Every morning, Ringkita and her sister play again near the beach, swinging on the branch of the tree. One day, Ringkita's sister should Ringkita higher and higher until her long hair got fast on the tree. Then they left her hanging on the tree, hoping she would die. Please, let me down. But nobody heard her. Suddenly, she saw a ship approaching. Oh, ship, have pity on me. Tell my husband to set me free. The man on the hill looked up into the tree. It was Kusoi. Ringkita, is that you? Why are you in that tree? He quickly helped her down and heard the story of her sister. Jealousy. That night, in a feast given by his honor, he asked the sister, where is my wife? They were afraid and unable to answer. Then, Kusoi let Ringkita out to meet them. Here is my wife, whom you tried to kill. They will regret for their mistake. Please, forgive us. Ringkita and Kusoi forget them. From then on, Ringkita's sister became an example of kindness, and they all lived happily ever after. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiwan, for the interesting story. Our next participant is Lamiwan from SJKC Chung. She will be telling us a story entitled Snow White. Good morning.
Ready?
And
Start.
good morning, my dear teachers and friends. Today, I'm going to tell you a story with the title Snow White. One day, a queen gave birth to a beautiful little girl who had skin as white as snow, cheeks as red as blood, and hair as black as wood. She was called Snow White. Soon, the queen died. The king married again. The new queen was beautiful, but wait, every day she stood before her magic mirror and asked, Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? The mirror always said, You, oh queen, is the fairest of all. But little Snow White soon grew more and more lovely. At last, the day came when the queen's magic mirror replied, You, oh queen, is fair, it's true, but Snow White is fairer than you. The queen was very angry. She summoned her huntsman. Take Snow White to the forest and kill her, said the wicked queen. Bring me her heart in this chest. So the huntsman took Snow White deep into the forest, But when he looked at Snow White, he could not do it. The huntsman killed a wild pig, put his heart in a chest, and returned to the castle. The wicked queen was pleased because she was sure that Snow White was dead. Lost and alone, Snow White tramped through the dark forest until she came to a little house. She knocked at the door. Knock, knock. But there was no answer. Inside, she saw a little table with 7 little plates of food. Snow White was hungry and ate some of the food there. Soon, Snow White felt sleepy. She found 7 little cozy beds and lay down on one of them. The house belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in the gold mines. When they returned home that night, they saw Snow White. She told them her story, and they felt sorry for her. "If you cook and clean for us, you can stay here and look after you," they said. So Snow White decided to stay. At the castle, the wicked queen was looking at her magic mirror. This time, the mirror said, "Snow White is exactly as she is. She lived with the dwarfs, deep in the wood." The queen was furious. She decided to kill Snow White herself. She made a magic potion. With the potion, she poisoned one half of a rosy apple. Then she set off to the dwarf's house dressed as an apple seller. "Sweet rosy apples to buy," she called outside the window. Snow White went outside. "Where's the harm in a sweet rosy apple?" asked the apple seller. "Look, I'll take a bite from this side. It is so sweet and juicy. Taste it yourself." Snow White took the poisoned apple. The moment she bit the poisoned apple, she fell down lifeless. When dwarfs saw Snow White lying on the floor, they did everything they could to try to wake her, but she was still and cold. The dwarf made a beautiful glass coffin for Snow White. They set it among the flowers in their garden. One day, a prince came riding through the forest. When he saw Snow White, he instantly fell in love with her. He begged the dwarf to let him take the casket to his palace. When the dwarf lifted the casket, they stumbled. Suddenly, a piece of poisoned apple fell from Snow White's mouth, and her eyes opened. Snow White was alive. Of course, the moment Snow White set eyes on a prince, she fell in love with him. When the prince asked Snow White to marry him, she happily agreed. At last, they got married and lived happily ever after. Thank you. Thank you, Evan, for your lovely story. Next, I would like to invite Ku Jie from SJKC Quadrant 2 with her story entitled The Big Badgers.
Testing.
Ready?
I'm ready.
And 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and teachers. Today, I am going to present a story entitled The Big Bad Badgers. On Saturday, the friends often got together to play soccer at Uncle Bud's park. Sometimes they would have pickup games with whoever else that showed up. One day, the big bad badgers came to the park. "Wanna play soccer?" the biggest badger asked. "We'll beat you, but we'll play since there's nobody else around." The friends huddled together. "They'll squash us like bugs," said Goop. "Yeah, I'm going home," said Pokey. "Wait," said Sophie. "They may look big and scary, but we could beat them. We're experienced. Besides, Jumper will score lots of goals." "Let's show them who's the boss," said Jumper. It took some work, but Jumper and Sophie finally convinced the others to play. But before they knew what happened, the Badgers had already scored 3 points. Jumper tried hard to score, but none of the gang will pass the ball to him. Sophie and Sammy kept tripping over their big bushy tails. Lily stopped to pick flowers. Pokey laid down and took a nap. Goop took out his magnifying glass and started to search for ants. Finally, Ali scored a goal, but it was for the other team. The Badgers now had 4 points.
"This is a waste of time," said one of the badgers. "We're going home." "Wait a minute," said Jumper. "I need to speak to my team." He called his teammates to the sidelines. "We could win this thing," said Jumper to his teams. "Forget about it," said Pokey. "They'll turn us into mashed potatoes and eat us for dinner the next morning." "No," said Sophie. "They may be bigger and stronger than us, but we could beat them if we play as a team. Let's use our assets." "Our what?" said Goop. "Our strengths. Pokey, you play goalie and stick out your pointy quills to scare those nasty badgers. Sammy, use your big bushy tail to pass the ball. Lily, when you're not picking flowers, you're great at headers, you know. Goop, you're huge, so just get in your way. Allie, you did a good job. Just head for the right goal this time. Come on, guys, let's be a team." The friends agreed with Sophie's idea. "Stick around," said Jumper to the badgers. "We are back in the game." "Nothing's gonna change," said one of the badgers. "You'll see." The two teams faced off. Jumper passed the ball to Sophie. Sophie kicked it to Lily. Lily headed it to Sammy. Sammy used his big bushy tail to pass it to Jumper. Jumper kicked it into the back of the goal. "Goal!" yelled Goop. Now the team was really getting excited. Lily passed the ball to Sammy, who scored another point. Pokey stuck out his quills whenever the badgers came close. Goop used his big body to get in the way of forwards. Jumper and Sophie scored another 2 more points. Now the score was tied, 4-4, and both of the teams were getting tired. "Let's keep going till someone scores the winning point," said Jumper. "I just thought of a really original play," said Sophie. "Come again?" said Goop. "A play that has never been used before." She huddled the team together and explained the plan. "You pass the ball to him. You pass the ball to him." The next time they had the ball, they tried out Sophie's idea. Goop passed the ball to Lily. Lily headed it to Sammy. Sammy looked for Jumper, but he was guarded by several badgers. In the corner of his eye, he saw that Allie was free. "Me! Me! Me!" she shouted. Sammy passed the ball to Allie. As a badger charged her, she dove between his legs and got the ball. As she ran for the goal, she tripped. "Oops," she said as she fell flat on her face. Somehow, the ball caught the side of her head. Boink! The ball sailed into the goal for the winning point. "Hooray!" the team cheered. "We won!" "Thanks. That was a great game," said the Badgers to Jumper. "We should play again sometimes." "Sure," said Jumper. "We could play again sometimes." "As long as Allie's on our team," said the Badgers. "The moral of the story is, if we work together and we are united, we will stand, but if divided, we will fall." Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Next, I would like to call upon the ninth participant, Chung from SJKC Shih, Chung, Chawangan, Sungai Nibong, with a story entitled Tambelina.
Ready? Ready?
Yes.
Start.
Once, a childless woman got a magic ring of berries from a fairy. She put it in a flower pot. The next day, the ring turned into a lovely flower. Inside sat a tiny bird, no bigger than a palm. The woman called the bird Tambelina. The woman made a tiny bed for Tambelina. For years, the two were very happy together. One night, on a leaf of a lily plant. With the help from a friendly fish and a butterfly, Tambelina escaped from the frog and his son. As they were running off, a large fox snatched Tambelina away.
and took her to his home at the top of a leafy tree. The rat discovered Thumbelina that his friends reject her company. Thumbelina always tried to protect herself from the bad elements. But winter came. She was in desperate straits. She finally given shelter by an old field mouse. One day, the old field mouse invited his normal friends to the house. He told Thumbelina to tell him stories. When the monk heard the beautiful voice of Thumbelina, he fell in love with her. He decided to marry her. Thumbelina did not like the monk, but she agreed to follow the monk to his house. As they were walking along the tunnel, they came across a sick bird lying on the ground. Thumbelina nursed the bird back to life. In spring, the bird flew away. That summer, the monk announced that he was going to marry Thumbelina in the coming autumn. When the fateful day came, Thumbelina took one last look at the sky. Suddenly, she saw a bird flying overhead. That was the bird that she had saved during the winter. The bird flew to Thumbelina and said, "Come with me." The bird took Thumbelina to a beautiful field of flowers. There, she met the Prince of Flowers. When the prince saw her, he felt delight, for she was the most beautiful girl that he had seen. He bowed to her. "Marry me," he said. Thumbelina accepted his proposal. Thumbelina was gifted with a beautiful pair of wings so that she could fly from flowers to flowers. Thumbelina married the prince and became the Queen of Flowers. Thank you.
Thank you, Zee, for the interesting story. Our next participant is Cheng from SJKC Chung. She will be telling us a story entitled Jack the Donkey.
Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, start.
Good morning, dear teachers and friends. Today, I would like to tell you a story entitled Jack the Donkey. Once upon a time, in a place far away, there lived a donkey. He didn't look very smart, but he was smart. He used to eat grass all the time. He had no owner at all. One day, a man called James came. The donkey jumped into the bushes and made no sound at all. He stared at James. When James was gone, the donkey still stayed in the bushes for 2 minutes because he knew that James was going to come back. James came back with his son, Tom, to have a walk with him. When James and Tom were gone, the donkey saw the house, but he still kept eating the grass. When the donkey was full, he went near to the house. James' wife, Ola, got scared. She never saw a donkey before. No one saw a donkey before, but the donkey had seen lots of people. Suddenly, the donkey made a donkey sound. Ee-oh, ee-oh. Then Ola quickly closed the door because she thought that the donkey was angry. Ola went to the well with a bucket to take some water from the back door. The donkey waited near the house until she was back. She took a little while to come back. Ola opened the front door and put the bucket of water near the donkey. The donkey started drinking the water. When the bucket of water was over, the donkey went back wagging his tail. When Tom and James come back, Ola told them, "Today, when you went out for a walk, I saw a funny-looking thing that made a funny sound, and I went to the well with a bucket and took some water and gave it to the funny thing. After that, he went back." Then Tom shouted, "Mom, maybe it was an alien." Ola said, "Everyone knows that there was no alien." That time, the donkey ran back to their house. Then Tom shouted, "Is it that, Mom?" Ola looked out of the window and said, "Yes. How about we make that thing as a pet?" Tom and James agreed. Then Tom ran over to open the door. Tom asked, "Mom, do we have any biscuit?" Ola said, "Yes. You can give it to that funny thing."
Ola gave first biscuit to Tom, and the donkey made a funny sound again. Hee-haw, hee-haw. They laughed happily and gave the donkey a name, Jack. After that, they lived happily ever after. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaiting, for your funny story. Next, I would like to invite Chloe Tan Yi from SJKC Kwon 2 with a story entitled The Dog and the Tiger.
Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, and go.
A very good morning to the ladies and gentlemen and teachers. The story that I would like to present to you today is entitled The Dog and the Tiger. Once, a dog was chasing a rabbit. As the rabbit escaped to its burrow, the dog found that he was lost. The tired canine looked around and saw nothing but a tiger hiding behind a tree. The dog was scared and thought to himself, "Ruff, ruff! Oh no! This merciless creature will surely eat me! Ruff, ruff! What am I?"
All right. It seems like the mic for Cheng 2 is it's run out of battery. So let's give another chance. Kwok, can you take over?
Yeah, sure. We'll continue with the event first, and then we'll come back to her.
Now I would like to call Carmen Oi from SJKC Chung Sungai Nibong to present us her story entitled The Four Musicians.
Okay. Are you ready? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Can you start?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, start.
Good morning, teachers and friends. My story is The Four Musicians. Once there was a donkey who had worked for many years, carrying heavy sacks of grains for his master. Now that the donkey was older, his master decided to get rid of him. The donkey heard of his master's plan and decided to run away. Years before, in the city of Bremen, the donkey had heard bands playing music. The donkey said, I make a loud noise when I burn. I can be a musician like those in the band. So the donkey set out to become a great musician. As he was walking down the road, he saw a dog lying on the ground. He looked very tired and he was panting. The donkey asked, why do you look so tired? I'm not strong enough to go hunting, so my master doesn't want me anymore, said the dog. Come with me. I'm going to Bremen to be a great musician, said the donkey. The dog agreed, so they both walked down the road together. Much farther down the road, he saw a cat sitting by the road. She looked very sad. The donkey asked, what made you so sad, cat? The cat explained that her teeth were no longer sharp and she had trouble catching mice. Come with us. You can sing and make nice music with our band. The cat was pleased, so he joined the band of the donkey and the dog. The group walked for many miles before they came to a barnyard. On the fence, there was a rooster crowing all his might. The donkey asked, why are you crowing so loudly? The rooster said, I have just heard the boss out for news. My master wants to put me in the soup. Come with us and join our band. The rooster was proud of his fine voice, so he flew down from the fence and joined the band. It was a very long way to the city of Bremen, and they needed a place to rest for the night. When they came to a house, the donkey, who was the tallest, looked into the window to see what was inside. The donkey saw a group of robbers eating good food and enjoying themselves. The four musicians wanted to devise a plan to scare the robbers away. The donkey stood on his hind leg with his front feet on the window. The dog stood on the donkey's back. The cat climbed onto the dog's back, and the rooster flew to the very top. Then they began singing together. The donkey brayed, the dog barked, the cat meowed, the rooster crowed. When they sang together, they made so much noise that the window of the house shattered. The man was so frightened that he told house robbers, there's horrible monster in the house. It has great ugly glue in the doors, long arms with sharp nails, big white teeth, strong steel legs, and it made a terrible screaming sound. When house robbers heard the story about the monster, they all ran away and never returned to the house again. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Chloe Tan Hurry from SJKC Kwon Chung to tell us your story again.
Okay. A very good morning to the ladies and gentlemen and teachers. The story that I would like to present to you today is entitled The Dog and the Tiger. Once, a dog was chasing a rabbit. As the rabbit escaped to his burrow, the dog found that he was lost. The tired canine looked around and saw nothing but a tiger hiding behind a tree. The dog was scared and thought to himself, "Ruff, ruff! Oh no! What am I to do? This merciless creature will surely eat me! Ruff, ruff!" Suddenly he saw a pile of bones nearby. He suddenly thought of an idea. When the tiger approached, He crouched down beside the pile of bones and exclaimed loudly, "Woof, woof! That was a yummy meal of tiger meat. I wonder if there are any more tigers around here." When the tiger heard this, he was shocked and quickly jumped back behind the tree. A squirrel on the tree saw all of this. She grinned to herself.
Hee hee hee, this is a good chance to get in the good books of the tiger.
She then jumped down and told the tiger everything she had seen. The tiger was furious. He bellowed, "Roar! Squirrel, jump on my back. I want to get my revenge." When the dog saw the squirrel and the tiger approaching, he knew that the squirrel had spilled the beans. He then thought to himself frantically, "What am I to do? What am I to do?" He suddenly thought of an idea. When the tiger and the squirrel were within earshot, the dog yelled loudly, "Ruff, ruff! Where is that good-for-nothing squirrel? I asked him an hour ago to get me another tiger to eat." When the tiger heard this, he was furious. He looked at the squirrel angrily and then fled and was never to be seen again by the smart dog or the telltale squirrel again. So, my dear friends, the moral of the story is, as long as you keep calm and you think straight, you will always find a solution out of a sticky situation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. With that, all participants have delivered their stories. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Chia Suan Neo from SJKC Kuen 2 to give your overall comments.
I can speak. Testing. Okay.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Good morning to the teachers, ladies and gentlemen. After hearing a series of stories from the students, I have a little bit of comments. Basically, the pronunciation of the pupils need to be improved. Secondly, the intonation of most of the pupils also need improvement. The intonation should be of they should vary the intonation. The facial expression overall was very good. Gesture, almost all the participants, they had gestures, their paralinguistic features. For stage presence, all the participants, the storytellers, they were very confident of their story. They could present a story quite well without any feeling of nervousness. Voice quality, some contestants, they have very high pitched voice, so they need to speak slower. And some pupils, their voice quality, they have very soft voice, so they need to try to speak louder. And one point that I need to point out is the immersion level, meaning to say the storyteller and the story itself should be one. So this is one point that is very lacking in most of the storytellers which I've witnessed just now. So if possible, in future, if the pupils are going for any storytelling competition, they should choose a story which they like, and the story must be one. Meaning to say, when they present the story, they should be in the story itself. It's as if they are really acting out the story, but at the same time they are actually presenting the story in a very real way. So that is my comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chia, for your valuable comments, and we'll improve on that. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Sopotek to give your overall comments.
Hello, can you see me? A very good morning to ladies and gentlemen, teachers and pupils. Okay, we'll be watching their storytelling from the first until the 12th presenters. So for overall, the presentation was very good. For me, I can give a very great compliments to all the storytellers. Alright, so here I have some comments to give, but as you know, we are not very professional in this, so I think these are my comments that I can give. For the very first thing is costume. So usually if we go to the national level of a storytelling competition, so we don't wear costumes like the presenters they wore. But for me, this is a very great experience for me. Maybe we can change the style of our presentation, okay, where all the presenters they wear their costumes. It is very meaningful. Okay, it makes the story more meaningful. Second, okay, I can see your sound effect that you made, your gesture and your posture are very good. So next, the thing that I want to comment is I can hear some of you have a very high pitched voice, especially at the end of a word. The last volume, you drag it and then you make it very high pitched. For example, lastly, like this. Oh, so it makes us quite uncomfortable to that sort of voice. So next is facial expression. I couldn't see many of you have a synchronization between your facial expression with your story. It means that when you are telling something, there is, for example, sadness, nervousness, okay? But your face, you didn't show that you are nervous, you didn't show that you are very sad, but the voice, yes. The voice you make, it sounds like very sad, but your face, your facial expression, you didn't show that you are very sad or nervous. So, and my last point is, we should have a difference between public speaking and storytelling. The story we tell. So we tell the story like you are acting out the story. For public speaking, we tell the others, but we don't act. But some of the participants, we can see that they are actually doing their public speaking because they don't act. So if you can add out, I mean, you can synchronize yourself to the story, it will be very good. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. So. I hope all the participants, you will take note of all those comments given by the teachers earlier and improve on every aspects. Okay. Overall, I can see that the participants, they are well prepared. Okay. Give yourself a round of applause. All right. Although there were flaws, but all of you did fairly well. Okay. And now we have come to the end of the program. I would like to thank you for spending your time with us this morning. We would also like to express our heartfelt thanks to all the teachers, staff, and pupils who had given us your support and helped to make this program a success. Thank you very much. Bye, and see you again in some other time.
All right. Thank you all for your participation. And this is Joe, representing the Connected Classroom by EduSpec. And thanks all for your watching for the section. Thank you. Goodbye.